Welcome to Good News Global. I'm Marie McNeal, coming to you from Honolulu, Hawaii. Aloha. So today we have the best, most extraordinary person for you. Talk about good news and bringing good news to you from the source. She is the good news. Like, this woman is Mrs. Kapolei International Kara England. She, during the pandemic, delivered 2,600 meals and has driven over 2,500 miles on the island of Oahu to contribute to those in need. I'm excited to introduce you to her today because Kara, without a doubt, is what Aloha Spirit is. It's what the culture of Hawaii is. And if you ever wondered, like, what would it look like? How would it feel to live in Hawaii? This woman is a shining example of what it looks like to live in Hawaii and be amongst the Hawaiian people who are just so loving and generous and kind and compassionate. So welcome, giving you a little taste of aloha. Hi, Kara. Welcome to Good News Global. Thank you for coming on. I was telling everyone, Kara, that like when it comes to good news, like you are the good news. So thank you for coming on. So Kara, tell us what you're up to.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So I wanted to kind of share with you what's been going on during this pandemic. So we came up with this title of 2,500 miles in 100 days. So let me tell you how this got all started. Okay, first of all, like she said, I am Mrs. Kapolei, here's my little sash, and I'm running for Mrs. Hawaii International. My platform is approaching domestic violence through prevention. Okay, so the story starts out it is very sad, but it started out sad, but then it ended up being this openness, and it's an incredible journey. So back in March, a woman and her child were victims of domestic violence, and they lived in Eva Beach. And because I am partnered with Domestic Violence Action Center, they knew that calling from your home when you're in a lockdown isn't always the best option. So they came immediately up with a textable feature to their helpline. So I knew we needed to get those numbers out and quickly. So I wrote a PSA, put it on my Instagram first, and then iHeartMedia put me on 4 live radio shows in the morning just to blurt out that number. Kathy with the K, KSSK, voiced it, and she ran it all through April and May. Now, I remember we're in a lockdown, so you're not supposed to leave your house. But I was reading that this company called, or this 501c3 is Hawaii Help is on the way. They needed volunteer drivers. I thought, what a match made in heaven, because I started the Car Ambassador Initiative around the same time. So these are magnets that I put on my car, right? So I thought, okay, so what is Hawaii Help is on the way? They deliver meals throughout the entire island, and they partnered with Malama Meals and Meals on Wheels. Okay, so I want to show you this. So every time I went 3 days a week, and they would give you these little slips and tell you how many meals you're delivering. I added these up, and it ended up being 2,600 meals. 2,600 meals.
Wow! So you served over 2,600 meals. That's incredible. That's just incredible, 2,600 meals. You're such a contribution.
That's why the 2,500 miles. Because I would go, I'll tell you all the places because I had it memorized because I would do it all the time. As far as East Oahu, Kailua, Kaneohe, Wahiwa, all the way down to Waikiki, downtown, Kaka'ako, Chinatown, downtown, and Kapolei, Kalihi.
Oh my God.
So I was doing 2 things at once, getting my number out, right? And then delivering food to the disabled, the elderly, and then just recently, in the last few weeks, the homeless. Now, I need to tell you this. So as I'm sitting at the light, more than once, I'd look over and people were looking. I saw a woman write down and gave me the shotgun. I saw a person take a picture. It was so effective. My heart was singing because that's So anyway, so that's the story. 2,500 miles in 100 days. We fed 2,600 meals. That's 2,600 people because it's one plate per person. And
Wonderful.
hopefully they for the number that people were able to, women or men, were able to make contact via text. So that way they wouldn't end up like Kayla and Kainoa in Ewa Beach.
Oh my gosh, Carl, thank you so much for being such a contribution. I mean, to the people around you, to Hawaii, to the world. And Carl, please, so you were going to tell us, like, what can we do to help?
Yes, I'm all about volunteerism, and believe me, when you go to my Instagram page, I'm always asking, hey, if you want to help me here, come on down, DM me, call me, whatever you do. I'm always looking for help. So I've got 3 things that you can possibly help out. So on Wednesdays, like I said, that's in Waiua. St. Stephen's Episcopal Church does a food distribution on Wednesdays between 9 and 11. Now that there is elderly, disabled, as well as the homeless. We need drivers, and we also need baggers because they buy their food from the Hawaii Food Bank, have it delivered, or we drive it up there, and we do all of that. Okay, so that's one way.
Okay, wonderful.
And the next one is I need volunteers for my Car Ambassador Initiative. I will give you, this is just a copy of the magnet. It's bigger, not too big, but it's a month at a time. And if you can just put it on your car, act like it's not there, and just do your regular life duties, you don't know, you might save someone's life because you're looking over and they can take a picture of it or write it down and text. So that's another way.
Okay, well, I'm a yes, I can do that.
Yeah, my first time I got 5 of my friends, and they're in Kailua, Kaneohe, Ewa Beach, and it was Wahiwa. And then I had the 5th one, and that was at Kapolei. So the 3rd one, okay, so St. Episcopal Church has a Reverend Patterson. He is also a doctorate out in UH. So he teaches peace studies. And he would see me come up there and deliver food because help is on the way. They made a request, and I would just go. And so we started talking, and he and I have the same vision. We're both striving for peace in Hawaii. This is the Domestic Violence Action Center brochure, and it says striving for peace. And they want peace in our island families. So I am a volunteer peacemaker for the Peace, Justice, Reconciliation Center of Hawaii. But they have a program called Ha'ahau Makahiki program. It's in the prisons. They do Bible study with them, but when they leave, we give them a backpack full of toiletries and a pillow, just so that way they have something when they leave prison, and at least they have something on them. And what that says to the individual leaving, it shows that a community cares. And it shows that a community wants them to succeed. And that's what this whole program's about. So they've been meeting Dr. Patterson in prison during their time, doing Hawaiian studies, Hawaiian pono, things to help them to change the way they think. And the backpack program is what they get when they leave. It's great.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I can just use donations. If your PJRC is a nonprofit, so they can take monetary donations. They buy bus passes for them, IEDs, there's $40 now, and cell phones. So that way they have transportation, a way to communicate, and an ID so they can get a job.
Okay, Carl, so these are the 3 ways people can help. They can come on Wednesdays and help pack the food or drive the meals around. They can volunteer to put a magnet on their car, right? Or they can donate items for the backpack for the people who are coming out of prison into society again. Those are the 3 ways.
All right. And I'll be here because I do have one called The Perfect Circle. So I'm going to tell you all about that. And that's for survivors of domestic violence. So it's a little bit more specific.
Wonderful. Thank you. Kara, thank you for coming on Good News Global. Thank you so much. Thank you for who you are for the world and as a contribution. And we will look forward to seeing you again.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Good News Global. You know, I hope it warmed your heart like it warmed my heart to just hear how Kara is doing so many things. Mrs. Kapolei International is doing so many things around the island of Oahu in Hawaii. And I also, next week have the most great episode for you, especially for all those moms who have been at home quarantining with their children and not knowing what to do. Our next episode next week, oh man, she's really good. She is just jam-packed full of expertise. And we also have a little bit of fun and play for you. So come back next week. Please subscribe. And if you have any comments of things you would like to see on Good News Global, things you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you. Aloha. And again, if you or someone else you know would like to share some good news or be interviewed on Good News Global, please email me at gngoodnews@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe. It's the red button right under. Aloha.